Hi guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to show you how to debug in Visual Code Studio using JSON configuration files. We'll go over what debugging actually means, why is it super important, and how you can set up for maximum efficiency. So let's define what is debug. So debug means that to find and fix errors, which are bugs, in your code, instead of just running your program and guessing when it breaks. Debugging tools let you pause and inspect the variables, step through your logic line by line. So in short, it means that it turns coding from guessing work into actually science. So in Visual Code Studio, you have a built-in run and debug panel. Then you can use your launch JSON file and also support many languages. So debug have several key features that you have to master, which are breakpoints, conditional breakpoints, watch variables, debug console, step into, step over, continue. And well, there's all sort of application with debug, obviously, and to maximize the efficiency, you should automate, build, and run your debug code using JSON file configuration. So debug smarter, not harder. So what debug means is that it's not actually going over lines by lines, but it's jumping to the code that you're actually unsure about and like skip through those that you already make sure that it works. So here I have a file that already has the debug configuration here. Here I have this file right here. This file actually means that you find a duplicate number in an array. So first you want to configure your debug configuration by go to run and debug. Here you want to create two files, launch and task. So you create a launch JSON file and it'll create for you a launch JSON file in here. Well, you have the name, the type, the request, where this is important, where's your folder, because you want to point directly to your program to make sure it works. And these are not really important. So first, debug idea is that you have to build before you debug. So that's what it actually means in here, pre-launch task. So you have to build first and then you debug. And here is where you debug, where you build. So in task JSON, I use CLang, but you can use whatever compiler you want. And well, that's it. That's pretty much it. You have to create two files. Okay, I'll do a demo for you. Hold on. Here. You're gonna run, start debugging, and then it'll create a file here. So first, it'll start with main. You see n equals 0. So you want to step into. So step into means that you go into that code, and then yeah, kind of like you'll see in a minute. Okay, when I go step into, you see that n is right now 0, and it has run this line and make sure it works. So watch means that you want to add the variable that you want to watch. And so let's say I want to watch n. I'll put n in here and it will say 1. So here you want to print, it will print enter the number of n So when I run that code here, enter the number of n. So here I will enter a number, let's say 3. So n is now 3. You guys see that? N is now 3. I've entered the number, and right now it will create an array of 3. See that? So it'll go into a loop, kind of a loop to scan for the numbers inside the array. So here I'll say 3. The first number is 3, and then second number I'll say 4, and last number will be 3 again. Here, you see that? So now it will go to the function I've created earlier, which is this one. So first you wanna create an integer named first number. So you create a number, and then you go into a for loop that will loop your variable to see which one duplicates. So here you see the first number is 16,000, which I didn't define. So now after I go to the loop, I'll define the first number is equal to the array 0, which is 3. Okay, let's see it. See that? First number is now become 3. And then you want to compare this number to the rest of the array to find the duplicates. See. So if first number equals array k, which is the one number after the array I, then it will compare which will gives out the duplicate number. So then it will run the for loop again, and now you see that array k is now 4, so it's not the same. But when array k is 3 and the first number is also 3, means that the number duplicates. So let's see here. You see array k is equal to 3 right now. So if first number is 3 equal to the array k is also 3, then you return the first number here. So you return 3. Okay. So now if I run step into the duplicate number will be 3. Here, you see that? So now it's just printing the duplicate number here. Duplicate number is equal to 3. What I also want you to know is the breakpoint is where you want to start debugging. Let's say I want to start debugging in here, then I would start debugging, and it will start from here. Also, would you ever wanna skip your code, you would use the continue button here. So you see I have 2 breakpoints in here. I already have 2 breakpoints. So if I want to skip this breakpoint to this breakpoint, you would go press continue, and then it will automatically skip this whole line to enter array B. See? So now it has skipped to this line of code. So well, basically yeah. So now you know how to debug, how to create JSON files, launch, task, and if you have any questions, feel free to comment down below, and stay tuned for the next coding tutorial.